Yeah, I'm sleeping under a skylight for the last 6 months, and my right shoulder is typically near the wall, almost right there because the bed's too small. Um, and my right shoulder, I can barely move it. It has excruciating pain that's gotten worse and worse over the last several months. My mom tells me she has a very similar thing with her back, excruciating pain. And I know that the bedroom that she sleeps in, there's a very large window um, that faces an airport, incidentally. It does, only a couple of miles away. Um, I'm not sure how far the closest phone towers are, but I know that they exist all over the place. And there are satellite um, options. Um, the movie, the creator, the movie, kind of demonstrates a lot of this energy transfer, directed energy weapons. And I think that it is an absolute ongoing thing uh, aimed at people from American healthcare. Absolutely, that they are the weapon of America. This includes George Washington and his mother, who takes on all the duties, probably including drug distribution, which my mom, no. There's some cannabis in Santa Cruz, that is for sure, where I grew up. That especially moved in next door to us after we moved in heavily and quite infamously. I would say John Lennon and George Michael's are quite instrumental in the drug reality. John Lennon, Soviet Union, Chaplin, uh, European religious leaders are the equivalent to the American healthcare um, thing. And it's a combination when you look at those two with the guy who killed John Lennon. Um, Chapman, uh, Chaplin, whatever it is. Um, this is basically the radio and broadcasters and and sheer evil. Actually, I'm telling you that is the truth. And the global economy, um, dependent on just evil threats, basically, and evil itself. Actually, and I'm telling you that this the directed energy weapons are highly known, and with the modern phone and the phone towers and the satellites, and our mobile phones being ubiquitous, omnipresent, that this is a weapon, that this is um, and it's said that your windows, skylights in your windows should have ultraviolet film protection on that, which I am unable to realize that it's not. I don't even live in my own place, so I'm heavily exposed to this, and this was going on before Brexit happened. Well before it. It was just a month before, on April 1st, 2016 was the first time I ever really noticed it, but it had definitely happened before. It was definitely a familiar thing that was happening that night in particular. It was especially bad that night, though. But it certainly happened. I suppose a few months earlier, it just didn't. I could not remember it. Um, I'm being attacked, and it's because of my name, because of Kennedy, because of President Nixon, and because of the nominalization of drugs and fiction, and people allowing that reckless uh, name calling Professor Moriarty, etc., to happen. And I'm telling you, it kills innocent school children. It kills Jews and Christians. Positively, definitely, Jews and Christians are being killed because of that. Okay, definitely, that is especially true because when you talk about drugs, you suddenly have some psychopathic, sociopathic uh, delusion going on, and I'm victim, and artists, famous people are victims, and the whole world is a victim because of Professor Moriarty and Jack Brennan and Richard Nixon and the Kennedys, and it all comes down to some place that uh, my family has lived at and has, some divine conspiracy, sweet conspiracy, combination of siblings and your name and your intellectual integrity for sure. Okay, people lock onto that and try to market that, and the entire economy can be hinging upon this stupid game, completely pathological, psychotic thing that Christians and Jews, especially, and also communists, for sure. That's the Chinese and the creator, the film that just came out last year with the directed energies satellite um, metaphor for fully crystallized. And this is because the rhino, the Democrat Donald Trump, who wants to become a conservative because he's taking enough pills and drugged up, and they all are more or less. Um, okay, and it's just sheer stupidity and sheer hatred, and it's being directed at me as a metaphor for the whole world. And there are also, I think, vast victims out there, and I'm very unhappy about this. Okay, and yet I would very easily put on some uh, hyper delusional performance in some state of sheer desperation. It goes back my entire life. Do a lot to do with where I grew up, um, and the New World was the safe place to be. Okay, the Puritans wanted out from the whatever the corruption of the old world. The clockwork can solve that. I've done that. I can help that to save the world and the civility without any radical behavior cop outs, especially the fictionalized um, excuses. Okay, I can see it and I can describe it and I can um, save it. And right now, I'm in a lot of pain, and I believe that because I'm underneath the skylight, because I have a mobile phone, and because I'm using this to try to help innocent, vulnerable people, that I'm being targeted. Okay, and I'm just trying to save innocent people. And you know, if the American and Israeli and global concerns had an actual heart, an actual heart and mind, they would have said my name decades ago, and I would have gone to the kibbutz, and I would have lived in New York when John Lennon was alive, and when Teddy Roosevelt was alive, my family would have been right there at the service of global leaders to make sure that there are no excuses whatsoever, absolutely no hate excuses. That's Jews and Christians, because this is like profoundly animated through Sherlock Holmes and Professor Moriarty. It is just radically, psychopathically done that way. Okay, and and I'm being attacked at this moment by some directed energies, and they are symbolic for every excuse, for every horrible thing that's ever happened. Okay, and that's going back to Teddy Roosevelt at the very least. and um, even before that, because I would say ultimately it's Sherlock Holmes and Vincent Van Gogh. It goes back effectively. That's that's the evidence. That's the acute evidence. But the immediate evidence is that I'm in acute pain when I move my arm because I'm pitted by this reality, and that they won't respond to me. My name is highly known, and the entire world refuses to say it, let alone to contact me, because I will help them. Okay, and if there's a side that that's evil, evil versus evil. That's all it is. The division, the holy war, psychopathic excuse of healthcare, narcotics, and technological weapons. And I'm being the victim, and a lot of other people are also, therefore, being the victim. And I really want a sanctuary so that I can help people who are sincerely concerned about the world. I want to help. Thank you.